Caitlin Clark, the Iowa Hawkeyes sharpshooting sensation, Female Athlete of the Year.
A deep one. You bet! Caitlin Clark!
Here comes Clark. How will she go for history? There it is! The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball.
But before we jump into this, let's look at the big news, which is Caitlin Clark has been named the Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year.
More awards, racking them up. And we're going to start with the AP, the Associated Press, which has named her the AP Female Athlete of the Year following her impact on women's sport.
Caitlin Clark, crowned the Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year, has become much more than a basketball phenomenon. She's a global force reshaping the landscape of women's sports.
I mean, was Angel Reese even in the conversation on this? Because I cannot imagine that she was. Somewhere her and Asia and Cheryl Swoops are all punching air, okay? Be in shambles. That's all we got to say. Be in shambles.
Clark has ignited a movement, driving an unprecedented surge of $1.6 billion in the value of women's basketball. Her electrifying performances have turned casual observers into dedicated fans, filling arenas to capacity and breaking attendance records. Broadcasters are battling for rights to showcase her games, while sponsors line up to attach their brands to her growing legacy. This isn't just about numbers on a balance sheet, it's a cultural transformation. For decades, women's sports fought for visibility and respect. Now, with Clark at the forefront, they are commanding it.
Your only argument for Caitlin is that it would have been a great marketing opportunity and you don't have basketball experience or chemistry with the group listed in your reasoning. I don't want to hear it.
With groundbreaking success comes the inevitable skepticism. Critics question the hype, doubting whether the excitement can sustain itself. To them, we say, watch her play. Experience the magic of deep three-pointers that defy logic, the finesse of no-look passes, and the unrelenting drive that makes her unstoppable. Feel the energy of sold-out arenas, where fans of all ages, children dreaming of their future, parents beaming with pride, come together to celebrate the game. It's not just about the stats or the highlight reels. It's about the millions of people who see themselves reflected in her story, who feel inspired to chase their dreams no matter the obstacles. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's leading a cultural shift, showing that women's sports can be just as dynamic, impactful, and inspiring as any other. To the skeptics, we say, watch, listen, and feel the change happening right before your eyes. This is more than a game. It's a revolution, and it's only gaining momentum. Caitlin Clark is not just redefining women's basketball. She's completely transforming it. Every time she steps on the court, she's setting new standards, showing the world what's possible when talent, drive, and heart align. But her impact goes far beyond the game itself. Caitlin is creating opportunities for all of us, blazing a trail for women in sports and proving that basketball, at the highest level, belongs on the biggest stages. Whether it's the electrifying moments on the court or the powerful message off it, she's making history every time she plays. For those who still doubt her, it's simple. You're missing out on witnessing a revolution in real time. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing the game, she's rewriting it. As the camera pans to fans holding signs like Clark for President, Iowa's hero, Bay, and Girls Can Dunk Too, we see the immense impact she's had, not just on the court, but in the hearts and minds of those who watch her. These aren't just fans, they're believers in the power of her influence. The camera then cuts to a montage of young athletes practicing her signature moves, deep three-pointers, no-look passes, and those fearless drives to the basket. It's more than just imitation, it's admiration. Caitlin Clark is more than a player. She's an icon, a role model, and a symbol of what's possible when you break down barriers and shatter expectations. Every step she takes is a step forward for women's sports, making sure that the next generation sees a future full of limitless potential. This isn't just about one player's journey, it's about a movement. Caitlin Clark is leading the charge, proving that women's basketball isn't just exciting, it's essential. Her legacy is being written in real time, and it's one that will inspire, empower, and change the game for years to come. Caitlin Clark's legacy is not defined solely by the records she's broken, but by the barriers she's shattered. Her influence reaches far beyond the basketball court. She's inspiring young athletes, changing the way people view women's sports, and creating a ripple effect that will be felt for years to come. Caitlin isn't just a player. She's a movement, and her impact is undeniable. A prominent sports economist speaks to her broader influence, explaining, "The Caitlin Clark effect is reshaping the industry. She's attracting sponsors who previously overlooked women's sports, boosting viewership metrics, and driving massive social media engagement. She's not just an athlete, she's a brand and a catalyst for change." But Caitlin Clark has become a symbol of what's possible when you break down the walls that have historically held women's sports back. She's not only growing the game, but she's also transforming the way the industry operates, drawing in partnerships and media attention that were once reserved for other sports. The camera cuts to a dramatic moment, a buzzer beater shot by Caitlin in a championship game. The crowd erupts, the roar of excitement echoing through the arena. Her teammates swarm her in celebration, their joy infectious. The camera captures the pure emotion of the moment, the culmination of years of hard work, determination, and breaking through every obstacle in her path. This is more than just a victory. It's the embodiment of everything Caitlin Clark represents. She's not just rewriting basketball's history, she's changing the entire sports landscape, proving that the future is female and it's unstoppable. Clark's reach transcends the game. Young athletes are inspired to dream bigger, seeing a role model who not only excels but thrives under the spotlight. Fans are witnessing the rise of a player whose name will be synonymous with the golden era of women's basketball. As interest and investment continue to surge, Caitlin Clark is proving she's not just a player to watch. She's the architect of a new era, redefining what's possible in women's sports and creating a legacy that will resonate for generations to come. This isn't just about me. It's about every teammate who has pushed me to reach higher, every coach who has seen potential in me when others doubted, and every fan who has shown up game after game to cheer us on. Together, we're rewriting the narrative around women's sports, proving they aren't just valid, they're vital. Every assist, every three-pointer, and every hard-fought win is a testament to the power of collaboration and belief. This movement is bigger than any single player or moment. It's about building a foundation that will inspire generations to come. It's time to catch up. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball. She's rewriting the rulebook of what's possible for women's sports. Every time she steps onto the court, she isn't just playing a game, she's making history. From her jaw-dropping shots to her electrifying assists, Caitlin is not just a player, she's a phenomenon. Women's sports are on the rise, and Caitlin Clark is leading the charge, showing the world that the future of athletics is here, and it's female. If you're not already on the bandwagon, it's time to get on board. Caitlin Clark is more than a basketball player, she's a movement. Her impact stretches far beyond the court, creating opportunities and breaking down barriers that were once unthinkable. She's inspiring millions of young athletes, fans, and future leaders who see in her not just a star but a symbol of what hard work, dedication, and passion can achieve. The future is brighter than ever, and Caitlin Clark is at the heart of it. Caitlin Clark, AP Female Athlete of the Year 2023. Breaking records, shattering expectations, inspiring the next generation. It's not just about the accolades, it's about the change she's bringing to the sports world. Her success is pushing women's basketball into the spotlight, showing that women's sports deserve the attention, respect, and celebration they've long been denied. The screen fades into an inspiring collage of Caitlin with fans, holding trophies high, signing autographs for young dreamers, and sharing unforgettable moments of celebration with her teammates. These aren't just snapshots, they're the powerful moments that remind us why Caitlin Clark is more than an athlete. She's a force that's changing the game, elevating women's sports to new heights, and lighting a path for future generations to follow. This is more than a sports story. It's a revolution, and Caitlin Clark is leading it. The best is yet to come, and we're all part of this historic journey. The future of sports is here, and it's in the hands of trailblazers like Caitlin Clark. In the end, Caitlin Clark is not just changing the game, she's redefining it. From her record-breaking performances to her undeniable impact off the court, she's proving that women's sports deserve the spotlight. Caitlin's journey is more than a story of individual success. It's a movement that's inspiring millions and paving the way for future generations. So, if you're not already on the bandwagon, now's the time to jump on. Caitlin Clark is leading a revolution, and this is just the beginning. The future is brighter than ever, and Caitlin is showing us all what's possible.